Hello to everyone.
Hello.
Now, as usual, we have to wait we will wait about 10 minutes before anyone enter the call, and we will start. Okay.
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 I will start to tell you that today I will show you some slides because this is the theoretical part of the illustrative design part of the course, and all the slides that I will show you, it will be uploaded and be at disposition of anyone at the end of this lesson. All this with the recording of the call with the subtitles in English in YouTube. So for people that maybe can have connection problems or similar, you will be able to take a look again to the lesson if you need it, and you will have at disposition all the material that I will show you today. And I will repeat all this stuff when everybody will be available online. Okay.
Okay, right.
One thing that I ask you is if you don't speak, to switch off the microphone. I can do it by the Zoom control panel if you have problems, but for don't have reverb or audio problems, please mute the microphone if you don't need to talk. Okay. So. Okay. We are 19 now, so let's wait a few minutes before starting. Okay. So. Okay, let's wait a few minutes. So how was this starting point from this course? So what do you think for now? Of course, we did only 2 lessons and we are starting the 3rd one, but maybe a little feedback could be useful for us. Hey, hello.
Can you hear me, please?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm Blaise from Benin Republic.
Yeah.
It's my first time to attend this course. So, as you said early, I will have time to take a look on the material and in way to see what I missed it. So, feedback as you ask
Okay.
will help me also understand something about those two course I missed. Thank you.
Okay. Now, other few minutes because we are 1/3 of the people that we should be. So maybe it could be better to wait another few minutes. But I think that in 5 minutes, I think that I will start now. Let me make a few checks.
Can you introduce yourself?
Okay, hello. I'm Shalom from Harlem, South Africa. How are you?
Oh, fine. It's we are at the last parts of the what remain of hot hot weather. We are starting to entering winter, but it's okay.
It's flat bij ons. Yeah.
It's raining here in Harlem. The weather is bad, it's wet. But in the summer season,
Sorry, can I hear you disturbed now?
oh, it's raining here in Harlem. It's the summer season, but it's still wet.
Okay, yeah. No, here it depends. Here in Italy, it's half and half. Not too much dry or too much wet. So
It's good weather.
yeah, it's mild climate. Nothing. Nothing too much heavy to.
Yeah, in the winter, we enter the summer.
Yes. Hoe lang gaat die nou aanduren?
Dan hoor je alles.
Allemaal.
Je moet eerst weer mute.
Oh.
Dat je niet wil helemaal horen.
So, when is this meeting actually starting?
I think in a short the fact is that in the previous lessons we was more than about 60 persons, so that's why I will wait for another moment for other people. Just let me check one thing with a colleague with Luca that it's arrived, and I will come back in a few. Not just a moment. Just a moment.
Can you please mute the microphone, please?
Yeah, I will. Okay. Now, just a moment. I will come back in a few seconds. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I think that we can start. So let's wait for the last two people that are entering the call, and we'll start. So let me share my screen. Okay, and oh, sorry.
Hi, Andrea.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Only to say to you that I'm here to support you. So, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Welcome.
Barbara. Okay, let's start. Let's begin now. The name of this module of the course is Illustrative Design because restart. A quick introduction. My name is Andrea. I presented presented myself in the first lesson, but it's still a good thing to repeat stuff because I don't know you, but I have some problems to memorizing all the names, all the stuff. So I like to repeat the presentations sometimes. So illustrative design, because I will show you some of the main things about graphics, some little rules, nothing too complex, because with the fact, but I will maybe the idea of this part of the course is to give you in your hand some tools that can be material tools for work, but also some just a moment, let me. And Barbara, I put you as a co-host for the call. So if people is entering, you can let them come into the call, into the Zoom call.
Perfect. Thank you, Andrea.
Okay. So the idea is to give you some fundamentals for logo design, but also maybe for creation of documents, some tips for where to find resources for the works that you will develop, and etc. So, and maybe if how to create something creative with the platform that I will show you, that it's called Adobe Express. That I don't know if how many of you are familiar with the Canva platform. Canva, it's an online tool that allows us to create some documents, like, for example, postcards, brochure, posters, but and it's basically a free app, and I choose this platform because it's, first of all, it's usable with smartphones and tablets. So eventually the things that I will show you on the computer screen can be done so and so also with smartphone and tablets. Of course, the best thing should be to have a computer, but maybe I understand that could be problematic. So feel free to use your smartphone and your tablet for the works that we will do. Okay. I was saying that this platform allows you to make a lot of stuff. It's basically free, but a lot of things that where you have to pay something for a rent for the full options. That's why I decided to don't show you Canva. Maybe in the next days I will next lessons I could be able to show you. I make a confrontation between the two platforms. They are pretty similar. Adobe Express is the same thing of Canva, but with the fact that with a free account, you will have more possibilities to create something valid in a graphic section. with a free account. But I will show you these things when we will start working on the platform. Everything it's clear? Questions? No? Okay, so let's start. Illustrative design. A little question. What is graphics? What do you mean with graphics? What do you think that is graphics? Don't be shy. Feel free to answer.
Graphic is an I'm Girgisu from Benin.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, graphics are let's say a illustrative design of an idea.
Yes. Other
Thoughts.
other ideas, other suggestions, other thing, other
Yes,
maybe.
a visual. I want to say visual, not illustrative. A visual design.
Don't worry. Yeah. Any other? Anyone else would try to answer the question? If you have problem, oh, there is also the chat. Let me open the chat. No. Okay, Blaise says that he already used Canva. Yeah.
Graphics is something that represents something something in a graph form.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Graphics. Yes, Blaise from Benin. Graphics is a design, a demonstration of an information or an idea.
Okay. All the answers that you give technically are correct, because graphics are the basis of everything that surrounds us in terms of communication. Billboards, IT, social network, famous brands. Now I put here some brands. There is Apple, Snapchat, Nike, McDonald's, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Everything that that have a visual impact, it's graphics. So also maybe, for example, the design of the interface of an app, its design, in this case, it's UX design, but maybe Cristiano will explain you better this stuff in the web part of the course. Okay, but let's start with the first things that we will see in graphics: the colors. Okay, there is a branch of graphic design that it's called color theory. And the first thing that we need to understand is the color spaces. What it means that color spaces, first of all, any one of you know the difference between RGB color space and CMYK, for example?
No.
No. Okay, perfect. The color spaces are depending on what we need to produce. We have to choose the right color space. So that means that if I need to prepare something for the web, for video, for everything that has been seen on a screen, you will use the dedicated color space. There is another one of that can be used for printing. Now, of course, we will for the things that we have to produce, we will concentrate more with the web part of color spaces. In the specific way, the RGB color. Now, I do not read the whole definition, but you have to know that the RGB color spaces, it's about all the things that have a screen, basically. if you will zoom with a microscope, for example, your smartphone screen, a computer screen, you will see that it's every pixel is that a pixel is the unit measurement unit of the for everything it's web. Each pixel of the screen, it's composed by 3 colors: R, let's say for red; green, that's the G, let's say for green; and B, let's say for blue. If you mix together these colors, you will have all the if you play with the proportions with these 3 tones, you will have a lot of different colors. Basically, I don't know if any one of you have never seen something similar to this. This is the color selection tool of softwares like Photoshop or similar. As you can see here,
Even
sorry?
in Word, you can get it. Yeah.
Sorry? Can you repeat, please?
I said, even in Word, you can get something like that, like what we are displaying on the screen right now. If you want to change the colors of, let's say, background or Word, you can get it. When drawing or...
Yeah, now in this case, I'm showing you the color selection of Photoshop because maybe during the course I will show you the difference between a free software maybe, or with some limitation, and a professional software. Now it's not important the interface. It's important to understand how it works. As you can see here, I wrote here that the color percentage of the tones of the red, green, and blue that you will put in the color selection, it goes from 0 to 255. That's why it's like you are telling to the software how much the pixel has to be lightning, the intensity of the lightning. Okay, but I will show you in a second way. The important thing that you have to know is that we will work specially with that, because the things that we will develop, it's more about web and nothing to print. Okay. And this was for the web part. For the printing stuff, we have the CMYK color color space that and an important thing about RGB is that if you mix all the colors together, if you put the red, the green, and the blue at the most high value that you can see, that you can choose, you will obtain the white color. That's because you will light. It's like you are lightening at the most intensity as possible the pixel of your screen, basically. In the contrary, for example, for the CMYK, if you mix together all the colors, you will obtain black, because it's this is a system that it's the system that is used for the normal printers that you can have in an office. It's used for printing stuff of large dimensions, like posters and similar. And it's this system, it's now it's all digital, but once it was made with metallic plates, where there was a little part with some incision, where you will be put some part of the colors that is basically cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. That's why CMYK. Cyan is this light blue, magenta is this pink, yellow. It's yellow and black. So how it works in the past? There was these plates where with some in some specific part of the plate, they will be put a little portion of the color, and overlaying all this different color, you will have all the different colors. Now, I understand that maybe it's complicated because it's more simple. You don't need to know this. It's for give you some historical parts. The thing that you have to know is that if you need to prepare something to that will be print, you have to use this color space. In this case, this is the same. This is the same selector of color that I showed you before. In this case, I put in evidence the CMYK values that goes from 0 to 100. In this case, more percentage of color you choose, more dark the color that you choose will become. So if you put 100% of black, 100% of yellow, 100% of magenta, and 100% of cyan, you will have the full black. Okay, but this is not important for what we need. Another important color space that we need to know, that this is really important because we will work a lot with that. We will work it in Adobe Express. You will use this system for web design with Cristiano and similar. It's the hexadecimal colors. Basically, if I go back here in the color selection tool, as you can see, instead of RGB and CMYK, there is this hashtag. Now, I don't know if you are seeing good, but you will, if you want, you can take a look to the slides at the end of when I will upload it into the drive. The hexadecimal color, it's composed by 6 letters that goes in this range. So it's composed by series of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F. And when you select the color, you will have the value. And this is a universal value of color that can be used for create. This is Cristiano. That will give you a hand for the fact that every series of ciphers are give a specific color. When you will create a logo or a website or other stuff that needs to have the same color, using this code, this hexadecimal code, you will have the exact color that you need. There is any question? All clear? I have to tell again something because I understand. I know that maybe could be a little bit confusing. No? Okay. So let me continue. Now, this image, it's for fun, but it represents reality. A problem of using CMYK colors, so that this is a thing that we have to understand if we need to prepare something for printing, is that you will have you can't use too much vivid colors for print something, because the printers, the CMYK color scheme, it's not good for represent vivid colors. Okay, so remember that if you need to if you have to prepare something that has to be printed, remember that you will never be able to have the exact color if it is not specifically designed for be printed. And I put this fun image that I found online that for give you a concrete example, but maybe in the future I will show you directly how the same image can change if I prepare it in RGB or in CMYK. So this is the thing that it's important for you to memorize or to take in account of this. The circle of Itten. This is a scheme that was designed by Johannes Itten, that was a painter and a designer, where we have all the basic shades of the colors, and we can find the distinguishing of the primary colors, that is blue, red, and yellow. The secondary colors, that is the colors that you obtain if you mix the primary colors. So in this case, is green for mixing yellow and blue, orange if you mix yellow and red, purple if you mix red and blue. But this is not only the thing. Depending of how much percentage of color you put into the mixing of the colors, you will have for example, the tertiary colors that it's a half tone instead the primary and the secondary. Another, and this part, it's important for who will try, for example, to design logos and similars, is to the complementary colors. Complementary colors is the colors that you will find at the opposite sides of the circle. Normally, it's a warm color that it's at the opposite side of a cold color. In this case, the cold colors is all the colors that is maybe more that give you a warm sensation. It goes from the yellow, all the grades of the shades of orange, and all the shades of the red, and part of the purple. The cold colors is the other one. If when you need to choose some colors for a logo, for a graphic composition or similar, a thing that you can do is to put together, choose the opposite color of the circle of Itten, because you will be sure 100%. You will be sure 100% to the fact that these colors will match good together, and you will have a good visibility instead to these two colors. I will do you an example. How many of you know the comic book The Incredible Hulk?
No, I don't know it.
The what?
Okay, the Incredible. Do you know the why in the first designs of the Incredible Hulk, he was with green skin and purple pants? Because there are two complementary colors that give a good result to each other, and that's why they choose this design. Another questions? The dubs, I have to repeat something. Do you have to repeat something? It's all right. It's all clear. Do you have questions? No. Okay. So let's continue. Another, all these things, primary color, secondary color, tertiary colors, take us to the next part, the next important thing that we have to know and understand when we choose a color for a graphic project is the color psychology. That's because every time we can choose a color for a logo, for a graphic composition, etc., for the fact that, for example, depending of what we wanted to let the people, the sensation that we want to give to the people in the specific way, depending on what color we choose, we will give some different sensations. Now I will start with the red color, that basically it's the color of passion and of love, but also of war and danger. It gives contrasting sensation. It's really used for the physical sensation that give us. As you can see, some examples of brand that use the red color is YouTube, Netflix, Coca-Cola, H&M, Kellogg's, Virgin, Vodafone, Canon, BBC News, and the brands that use these colors symbolize strength, vitality, and leadership, and that's it for the red. The blue is one of the most used colors, and represents calmness, honesty, trust, and stability. A lot, one of the branch of the most of the brands that use a lot of the blue shades of color. It's all the things about technology or medical stuff. A lot of medicines, it's in have on their boxes shades of blue or light blue. There is here a lot of brands that use these shades of color. Here we have it when it was Twitter, Skype, IBM, Philips, Intel, LinkedIn, Facebook, Samsung, and especially Samsung and IBM was a top-notch of technology. So that's when they choose the blue color for give this sensation of affidability, affidability. Intel it's one of the most important creators of parts of the computer, the processor that is the main brain of a computer, or of not Intel, but for other brands, for the smartphones. It's the real core of something tech. Okay, so if you need to give the idea of affidability, you can use these colors. Here also we have the yellow. Yellow, it's more happiness and optimism, but also anxiety. Here you can see that some of the keywords that represent this color, and it's used because it give a lot of attention to the people. So here you can see McDonald's, Stanley, IMDb, Hertz, Shell. That in the case of the Shell logo, it's used with the red. So it's two high visible colors. So again, and they are in this case they are all two are hot colors, but can so they are good. Then we have the orange that give you energy, enthusiasm, dynamism, and friendship, and it's very used for a lot of stuff that it's for things for young people. As you can see, for example, Fanta. In this case, we have TNT, that is a deliver company. There is, for example, also Nickelodeon, that it's a channel, a that for a lot of years give us a lot of cartoons and similar. And the Nickelodeon logo is completely orange, but you can use it as a middle thing instead of yellow and red, because it gives energy without aggressiveness. This is another good things that we have to think about when we choose a color, depending of what we need to do. Green color, of course, the first thing that come in our minds is the nature, okay, but so connection to nature, but it's also a color that stimulates attention, and it's really used in workspace. The brands that use that color, it's eco-friendly brands, but and it's also used by technology companies that won't give stability. So in this case, we have Acer, that is a very important producer of computers. We have Tropicana, that is a fruit juice brand. We have the green cross of the pharmacies. We have the Android droid of the operative system, and it's also another thing that we have to take in consideration. Now, black color, it's particular because it's very used for give a specific message. It give a sense of elegance, luxury, and authority. And so it's used for a lot of luxury brands, important brands, expensive brands, like, for example, we have Chanel, Victoria's Secrets, Apple, L'Oreal, Lancome, BlackBerry, Prada, Adidas, Louis Vuitton, The Times, that is one of the most important newspapers of the world, Oakley, that is a very expensive brand of sunglasses. Again, BlackBerry was before the iPhone, before they coming out of the iPhone, the BlackBerry was the symbol of the businessman, okay? And it's all brands that use this shade of color. And at this point, the last slide about the color psychology is basically a mix of everything, because we have the multicolor choose that we can make for example, for a brand. I think the thing that you have to understand is that depending on what we want to give to the people, we can choose the colors. In this case, using the multicolor, create a multicolor brand should help us to give an idea of inclusiveness, informality, and an open mindset, basically. So, for example, here you can see Google, eBay, Toys R Us, Microsoft. It's all brands that use this color scheme for give the idea of inclusion, etc. Now, there is any question? This I have to repeat something. No. Okay. I don't know who is sketching on the board of the of the projection, but it's okay. At this point, we go back. I think that we can make a quick a 10 minutes break because the next part is a more technical part of the slides. So please remain online. You can switch off the camera. In 10 minutes, we will come back to the call. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. See you later.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye. See you.
Please, can you bring back the first slide in way to see the topic of the course?
Hi, Blaise. I think maybe it's not possible now, but when he is coming back, he will return the slides, okay?
Thank you.
Welcome.
Mm.
People are in break.
Okay, here we are.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so now another important thing, and this is one of the most important thing that we have to know instead of the color scheme, etc. It's the file formats, because again, depending on what we need to produce, we will export our file into a specific format. Now, the first thing that I want to ask you, do you know the difference between vector files and raster files? Feel free to try to respond. Don't worry about bad answers, but I want to know if any one of you know the difference between these two formats. Anyone? No. Okay. Let's start with raster graphics, or as they is called, bitmap graphics. It's a technique. It's a format file that it's composed of all pixels. An example of raster file, it's a photo that you can shoot with your smartphone. It's an image that you can download from Google. And a specific characteristic of raster files is that if you zoom them after maybe also the highest resolution image that you can find, if you continue to zoom into the image, you will find some, you will see at the end the big pixels of the image. That what it means. It means that maybe we can have an image that can be, for example, a photo of a person, and it will be very realistic. But first of all, it will be a very heavy file to you to work with. So because more pixels we have into an image, most heavy will become the weight of this imaging, because you have to think that there is any single pixel of the image with a different tone, and it's called raster because it's like a grid, as you can see here in the example of this smile here in the slide. You will see, first of all, the grain of the image and the fact that it's composed of a series of little square that is the pixels.
That is what is called a scattered image.
Sorry?
It's not neat. It's not neat anymore.
Can you repeat, please?
I say the image is not neat anymore.
Exactly.
That is what is called a scattered image.
Okay, yes. And this is the main critical thing of using a raster image, or better, you can use raster image because, of course, for specific things like posters, like for a lot of things that need high definition, that need photorealistic stuff, like again, all the communication material that you can produce, that it's maybe for an online course where you have to put photos, you have to use raster files. The important thing is to choose wisely which format of file use for what we need to do. And I will show you now the most used. The first one is the PNG. Any one of you ever read about this? Did listen hear about this name, this format of file? No. Okay. Basically, it's first of all, it works only in RGB, so you can use it only for things that will not be printed, because it will create some problems in the printing process. But the good thing about PNG files is that you can have a channel for transparency. Okay, Emeto has raised his hand.
Yes, thank you. I really understand correctly the difference between raster files and vector files.
Now I am explaining the raster files. Later I will show you also the vectors. Okay.
Okay.
Because
Yes.
I told you in the inverted order, but don't worry. Now, so and it's very used in the web for the fact that that can have a transparency layer. So basically, if you download a PNG file, normally you will have only the graphic, not the white background. Okay, you can export a PNG file with a white or black or any other color that you want, but the most correct use is with transparency. And a good thing about PNG files is that they are not really heavy to use. So if you want to work on something for web, for example, the best thing should be to use PNG format, for the fact that you have a decent amount of quality. Of course, if you prepare a file in a very little format, you will lose all the quality of the stuff, but it's a good thing. Another important format is the TIFF format. PNG stands for Portable Network Graphics. Now, this is a thing that I told you for flavor. The important thing is that you will, at the end of these slides of this course, you will be able to choose wisely in which format you want to export the work that you will do. So another format is the TIFF, that stands for Tagged Image File Format. It's similar to the PNG format because it shares with PNG files the fact that you can use a transparency layer on you can export the file with transparencies, but it's more flexible because it can work in RGB and in CMYK and grayscale. that means that you can use it. You can, with a single file, you can applicate the single file to each format you need to prefer. Another important format for the web, and especially for people that it's very that is more confident, for example, with all the words of social media, it's the GIF. Now there is a war between people that tell it has to be pronounced GIF or GIF. I think that correct one is GIF because stay for graphics interchange format. And basically it's a for give you an example of what a GIF is, think about how many of you use Instagram? No, none, no one. Okay.
I believe, sorry.
Yeah.
I believe that everyone are using Instagram.
Okay, no, I wasn't seeing, listening to any answer. Okay. If you think about the stickers, the animated stickers that you can put on an Instagram story, they are GIF, because the particularity of GIF is that they are short animations. The problem with GIF files is that you can't have a very high definition for this format, but it's very useful for if you want to add some animations on the things that you will produce. Of course, it depends. If you have to produce a logo, I suggest you to don't use GIF format, because the final file will be not animated, but it's okay. And it works for the fact that it's can be animated. It works only in RGB, so you can use it only in web, online, for web stuff. The last raster format image that I will show you is the JPG, JPEG. And it's a file format that is really useful because it can be used for printing, for web and similar, but you have to pay attention when you export a file in JPEG, because with a minor amount of quality, you will have more you will lose quality. So as you can see here we have this flower. It's the same image of this flower, and instead of how much quality we choose, we will have a lighter form, a lighter weight of the image. That is also it's an important thing that we have to consider.
We are unable to hear you correctly.
Sorry, I don't know if technically now can you hear me normally? You still have problems?
I can hear you from my side, so I don't know
I
the
can hear
rest.
you.
Everyone have okay, let me
It's like
Maybe he has a problem with his connection.
I don't know, it is network problem, because your sound keep on fluctuating and having some scratches. So
let me make a quick check for a moment. Sorry, let me see.
In the meantime, I would like to say, try to raise your hand to talk, because it's easier for us, okay, to organize it, to manage. If it's possible, please.
I think my connection it's too much good for instead of normal things. So maybe I can try to change microphone. Sorry. Can you hear me better now? Try, test. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hey. Please give me a feedback.
From my side, yes, but I don't know.
You are now audible. You are audible. I think it was the mic problem. You are now audible.
Now it's good. Marco.
Marco?
You raise your
Sorry. We are hearing him clearly.
Thank you, Marco.
Okay. Now let's okay. Now so from where do you want that I need to restart? If you now can you hear me better? Which part? Okay. So let's coming back to the JPEG files. No, I repeat, all these things that I'm explaining, it's you can find it on the slides. So don't worry about the audio. Of course, if there is any technical issue, you can try to resolve. But maybe with the recording of the call and with the subtitles, you will be able to see better, to listen better, and when I will upload the lesson. So basically, for the JPEG format, less quality you give to the file when you export it, less more disturbs you will see in this in the final result. Okay, basically that. Okay, sorry for my bad pronunciation. Girgisu, please, if you have something to ask or to tell, be free to speak.
Well pronounced. What's the difference between, let's say, this spelling of JPG and another one with an E after the P?
Okay, the JPEG, there is you be JPEG and PNG maybe, right?
No. Always JPEG, but you have an E after the P. Between the P and the G, you have E. JPE.
Okay, and now the fact is that the name of the full name of the format is JPEG. The abbreviation, because it's the extension of the file, it's JPMG. Now I don't remember which means for what stay, but the important thing is that you have to remember eventually is JPG, because when you export a file, you will find it at, for example, name of the file .jpg, not JPEG. Okay, I understand that could be a little confusing, but now after this, now we can talk about vector graphics. The main difference between vector graphic and raster graphics is that
Andrea, I have a point.
Yeah.
I have a point. Yeah. On JPG.
So, just a moment.
The last one, the last format. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that we use this most of the times, the format that we use, because it is easy to be used, and also the more this format is compressed, the less the quality is good.
Yeah, it depends of what you need to produce. If you need to produce big format stuff, like basically all the things that you have to print, you have to. I was forgetting that another thing about JPEG file files is that you can it works. You can use it for web and print, so you can export them into RGB and in CMYK. But I think that we will not see this. We will work principally with the web, so it was only for give you the information, but remember to work. We will work basically in RGB, and that's why.
Now,
yeah.
If you want to now to compare all the 4 or 5 formats, what will be your advice for us? Because we cannot use all of them. We have to choose maybe 1 or 2.
Sorry, can you please repeat? I also hear some distortion, so please a little
There
bit.
is a sound in the background. Someone is also talking. Maybe he can mute his.
No, sorry, but I'm not understanding good.
I think Andrea, she
Yeah.
is asking you, in the case she have to use one format, how they can choose one format if you compare them. I mean, what would you advise, right, Natalie, or not? Or I'm wrong?
Yeah. This is my question.
Yeah. So did you understand, Andrea?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Basically, it depends. For normally, for all the things about web, the best option it's still PNG files.
Okay.
And that's the format that we'll use mostly. Because for the fact that PNG it's a lighter format of file, it allows us to have a good quality without too much weight of the image. Okay, so in this case, I explain you the JPEG format for give you an idea of what is the most used format. But for the mostly for all the things about web, so websites, social media, etc., 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 we will use PNG formats. Okay, so now, and this was the raster, the most used raster image formats. Now let's go to the vector files. That is the vector files. It's the most used for logo development, because characteristic of the vector graphics is that the image it's not formed by pixels, as you can see here, the confrontation between these two parts of the same image. The vector images are composed by mathematical coordinates, so points, lines, color grading values, and that give us the first thing, the fact that we can a lighter file to use, so the same image in vector, for example, if we want to put this to take this this image of this camera, and we will use the original vector file, we will see that it's really light, because with the fact that it's made by mathematical coordinates, it's information that it's read by the software, and allows us to scale the image size to the infinity. Basically, you will never see the single pixels on a vector image. The contrary, if I export the same file from vector to raster, we will see that in this case, this is the vector file that is really clear, really visible, and the same image exported as a raster file. It's a big amount of pixels. Okay, but I will show you better when we will start working with the softwares. Most used formats. The first one is the AI that don't stay for artificial intelligence, but it's the stay for Adobe Illustrator, that is a professional vector editing software, and this is the proprietary format of this software. Then we have the EPS, that stands for Encapsulated PostScript. That is another basically starting with one format, you can basically export it into all the formats that I'm showing you. So starting from the AI, you can export into EPS, or you can export it also as a SVG format. That is another vector image format that have the characteristic that is an open source vector file that can be used. For example, you can generate it with of course with Illustrator, but also with open source softwares like one that it's called Inkscape. Now, during this course, we will not see this software because with the fact that not all of you are working on laptops, I didn't find any similar editor for smartphone or tablet. That's why I will show you the Adobe Express suite. But with that software, you can generate vector images. Now, we were saying that SVG files, okay. The PDF file, that it's a proprietary software by Adobe, and it's the most used for documents like ebooks, normally if you want to print something, you will generate a PDF that will send to the printing service that then use it for print the stuff that you need to print. Basically, posters are normally sent as PDF, etc. Now, the most well-known PDF software reader is Acrobat Reader, but there is a lot of free or open source apps for a smartphone or tablet. You can open a PDF file, for example, directly with the browser. You can open directly into Google Drive, etc., etc., etc. Questions? Other stuff to ask? No. Okay. So I'm not seeing any hand raised up. Okay. So after all of this, I will show you some example of typology of some example of logo styles, because one of the most important thing that we will do during this this part of the course is to try, for how much is possible, to arrive at the end of the course with the design of the logos of the projects that we will develop during the hackathons in Africa. So first type of logos is the geometrical one. The main characteristic of this kind of logos is that they are formed by basic geometric shapes. And an important thing that you have to understand about logo design is that in most of the cases, more simple we remain with the style, better the logo is, because too much details, you have to think about the fact that a logo has to be viewed maybe in as a profile image on a social network, so it will be really small, or it will be used in a gigantic photo. And in twice the case, it has to be readable. So here I give you some example of the, for example, the well-known Adidas logo, that it's basically this the text with these 3 stripes that I don't know if any one of you know why what means these stripes on the Adidas logo. If anyone would try to answer. No. Okay. These 3 stripes. Yeah.
The Adidas is a logo that is used on shoes.
Sorry?
On shoes, you can see this one, Adidas.
Yeah, no, but why it's made with these 3 stripes?
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, no, I was asking because just for no. It represents, now let me, I don't remember the exact translation. A podium, basically. So the first, second, and third place, and also it represents a mountain, an obstacle to surpass. Here we have, for example, another example is Google Drive, that it's a well-known cloud storage service, and basically that's it for the geometric logos. And a characteristic of that is that this kind of design, it results modern and clean. Now, it's mandatory to use this style? Not necessarily. It depends on what we want to communicate. Okay. The second kind of logos, it's the ones with the negative spaces. The characteristic of this kind of logos is they play a lot with the full and the empties for give an illusion of something. For example, here we have, for example, the example of WWF, that where these black elements give us the illusion of the white part of the feeling of the panda. Same stuff with the Adobe logo, where this delta, it's not defined, but you can see there is an optical illusion that let us see here the stroke, here again this one here, or we can give hidden messages with the composition. For example, FedEx, that is a delivery company, with the space between the E and the X, define an arrow that represents the expedition, the sending material, okay? And this is another suggestion that another idea. The triangles in the last. Okay, I think okay. That this is a thing that we can take in consideration when we design a logo. Or we can work only with the text, because it's not necessarily creating a logo need a. Okay, Girgisu, please. Yes.
Yeah, what do you call them negative spaces in the previous slide, please?
Negative spaces. Basically, the negative space, it's this the negative space here in the definition. It's I wrote the exploit us what we are not seeing. In this case, in the case of the WWF, it define the head of the panda, the body of the panda, without defining it, because there isn't there is this black black elements that define the shape without explaining the shape. Now I don't know how better explain this.
I would like to contribute here to say issue that as I wrote in the chat, it's the same case that Bianca was telling us the last session. I don't know if you remember this, but is you are drawing something without drawing it. You know?
Exactly. The concept is that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember, Gigi, so I hope this helped you.
Like the two triangle of the last session.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I didn't see the slides that Bianca show you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. But okay, you defined correct, Barbara. Drawing without drawing. For example, here for the FedEx logo, there isn't a purple. In this case, this is the arrow is here for give you the shape of the stroke of the arrow. It's put in this graphic for give you a better signal of there is something hidden there. Okay.
Yeah. Andrea?
Yeah.
Yes, Natalie?
Yeah.
I have a comment on the VVF logo.
Mm-hmm.
What goes wrong with this logo? Because panda, this is the normal color for panda. Panda is white and black.
Yeah.
Maybe what is missing is only the feet. But I think
no, there isn't any problem. It's this style of logo. It's a suggestion that you can use if you can find the right sense to use this style. Okay. For example, the text here USA. This is probably this isn't this is just a composition made by some graphic design just for try to play with the negative space, but this isn't no, this is a trademark, but I never not necessarily there is a correct or incorrect way to use this style. It's an idea. You can create a textual logo with only a little part, maybe that have graphic elements inside. Okay. Now coming back to the file format, to the logo styles. Another thing is the one only based on typography. So without if you want to create something without too much graphic elements, you can try to add some little stuff in your logo. The most important example that I can give you is the logo of Burger King, where the text burger and king are put in the logo, representing the hamburgers instead the sandwich. Okay, with some deformation, or this graphic composition about paint, where it's normal text, but the P, it's the roller that you can use for painting. Or this one, Hatchet, that the logo, it's a company about cutlery, so they put the cat in the text. This is a thing that you can consider to take a look for if you need to take inspiration for something. Maybe during the next days, I will, if you want, I can send in the WhatsApp group some links to some Instagram profiles that I follow that posts some suggestion for logos in general. And okay, another style that we can use for logos is the hand-drawn style. That's why I was telling you before that not necessarily a logo has to be schematic and simple. It depends on what we want to tell to the people with our logo. In this case, for example, an hand-drawn like style logo, of course, it's a fake handmade. They are still made with vector graphics and exported with some effects, but we can use this style if we want to give an idea of something ancient, something rustic, and something authentic, something we can use it for play with the emotions of the people. That is an important part of a graphic designer, or in my case, illustrative designer. And these kind of logos are more similar to illustrations. You can see now, of course, they are low resolution. These are low resolution images, but if you see here, you can see all the details. Here in the boiler brewing company, you can see there is an ancient print effect, and again, depending on what we want to communicate, we can choose to use this style. Last category of logos is the overlapping of we can obtain these logos overlapping elements. Simple. The most important example is the MasterCard logo, where there is a red circle, a yellow circle that overlaps and create the orange part in the middle. It can be used for. This is also another style that we can use for our logo if we can find a meaning for that. Okay. The last category, because it's not real logos, but really I think that can come in handy for what we want to produce. It's the logos for podcasts. Now, could happen that maybe if, I don't know how much of you are following podcasts or similar, but not necessarily in this case this is a couple of screenshots of the Italian version of Amazon Podcasts, but as you can see there isn't a real rule for create a logo for a podcast, because you can see that can be a photo, can be a logo, can be an illustration. It depends of how we want to set up our idea, because in this case we can create something more scientific-like because we want to communicate science in a correct way. Okay, this is a little example, but there isn't a rule for that. The rule is use what use what you want for what you want to communicate and use it well. Now, this is the last part. I think that we are in time. The last part of the theoretical part is some of the most common errors that you can create in graphic design. And this is important to see, because this is what makes the difference between a good work and a bad work. The first one is don't use a focal point on our composition. What's the difference between these two compositions? It's the same text and the same photos. The difference is that in the second example, we have a focus on the main element of the composition. So we can give the right importance on what we want to give importance. Another error that it's very important to don't do is we have to use hierarchy for the text when we create a document that can be it can be a postcard, can be a brochure, can be a website, can be a simple Word document. We have to take note of give the right hierarchy to the text, because we have to give an order to the different part of the design. And the example here is that the biggest one here is what our brain automatically will read as important. The second one, it's read by something that is less important, and again, even less important. So choose wisely where to put the focus in the texts. In this example here, that is part of the previous example, you can see a wall of text that it's not very readable. We don't know what is the most important things. And in the second example, we can see that there is the title and some that is the most important thing to see that come out as the most important part of the document, and going down by down, we will see that there is the hierarchy of what we are composing. Another important thing, pay attention how you use the white space. Now, I will give you a little test. Which one of that is the correct one of these two images? let's see. For you, which one is better to see of these two images? Which one you prefer?
For me, the left one.
I think it's the second one.
Sorry?
The left.
The second? Someone is saying the second.
Or left.
The left. Okay. Okay.
No, right.
Right. No.
Okay. Now out of the jokes. For this is for it. It depends.
The left. I think the left one.
The left one. Okay. Good. A very important thing. It's not important which software you use. You can use free software, open source softwares. You can use paid softwares, but you have the first thing that you have to create when you create a document is to create a grid for give the right breadth to all the elements that you will put in the page. Don't be afraid of the white space. The white space, it's our friend. It helps us to give the right importance to the elements that we put together. Here, this is very ordered. The biggest error here is the fact that the text it's too near to the border of the page. Never do something like this, please. It's better split the text in 2 pages instead of try to compress it into it's not breathing. Okay. Another error, don't use too much fonts in a document. Of course, you can use 1 or 2 fonts in a graphic composition, but I think that it's really helpful for again for the playing with the importance of the text is you can when you use a font normally you will have the regular font, the bold font, the italic font, and in other cases you have also more bold font. I will show you in the next lessons what it means. That help us to give coherence to the composition using 1 or 2 fonts, but playing with the weight of the text. Here you can see in the slide to build an orderly, effective layout that follows a correct visual hierarchy. Even a single font family can be sufficient in many cases. Or another error, it's not an error, but it's a signal that maybe someone is lazy, is the fact that the illusion that if you put all the elements in a graphic composition with the text centered, it's okay. You can do this for specific stuff that needs this setup, but you can also play with the lining alignments of the text for give more dynamics to the composition. This is not incorrect, but this is better in this case. As you can see, there is again the hierarchy, there is the importance to the text, to the title, to the images, and to the small texts. Another error is to don't use too much colors, because first of all, here you can see that this one it's not readable, but it's confusing. Okay, the better thing is to use when you create a document that can be, again, a Word file, etc., you can choose two colors that stay good together and work with that for having a good result. And yes, this is the last slide. Another important thing is when you present something to a customer, to a client, pay attention also how you present the idea, because you can develop the greatest logo of all time, but if you fail to present it, in this case, this is a mock-up for a social post on Facebook, you can see that the same logo here, that is too big, it's filling too much the post. It's bad to see. This one, it's better. It's good centered. It have the good space. It have the good. It can breathe well. So pay attention also how you present stuff. And that's it for today. If you have any other question, if you have where is the button of you're still seeing the screen, right?
Yes.
And I don't know why the button of the screen sharing disappeared. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So we have 5 minutes, so talk now or we will see the next time. If you have some questions, if there is something not really clear. Now, during these days, I will upload these slides as a PDF format into the Google Drive project and post it into the WhatsApp group. So you will have all these slides that can come in handy. You can read it, and I try to go faster as possible because this is important. But from the next lesson, I would like to start showing you on the field how to put in to use all the things that I show you in this theoretical part. Okay. Tatiana is what the first two. The first one, what do you mean?
She was choosing when you ask for what we'll prefer.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
That's a question to choose between the first and the last.
Okay. So I hope that it was interesting for you. At this point, we will see you the next time. That should be, if I'm not wrong, the 13th of November. So thank you for the attention and have a nice afternoon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Bye,
It was really
thank
interesting.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Bye.